NEC Member of Parliament for Boko Central has opened up about his relationship with Special Prosecutor Martin Amidu. The Special Prosecutor has filed a suit in court citing the Boko Central MP for abuse of office and accused him of tax evasion in the clearance of vehicles. In an interview with Evans Mensah on PM Express, Mr. Ayariga said he felt haunted by the man he calls his father.
He decides that he wants to prosecute me. I laugh at it because, really, the customs officers, they did the assessment of the duty. They assessed the duty. And so if you are prosecuting me in court, I'll bring them to come and testify. Did I come to them? No. As we speak, I still don't even know them. I only see their names on documents and correspondences, but I don't even know any of the customs officers personally. But we will subpoena them as witnesses. If I've ever approached them to even clear a vehicle, I've never. It's an agent. And you know, very interesting, all lawyers who are listening to us will tell you that you probably should not even be prosecuting me alone. You should be prosecuting me, the agent, and the customs officer. Because there's no way I, the owner of the vehicle, who never dealt directly with the customs officer, you can easily succeed in court against me when you haven't brought in the agent.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying that the agent will come and say, oh, the minister, the member of parliament, you know, induced me to go and corrupt the customs officer. And I can say on authority, that the customs officer did appear before the special prosecutor's office interrogators and indicated very clearly that they don't know me. They've never dealt with me, which is true.
Because they dealt with the agent.
They dealt with the agent. And they did admit that it is a common practice that sometimes they make mistakes in assessing the values of vehicles and the duties that should be paid on them. In spite of this evidence, my father still insists on prosecuting me.
Okay, so I need to ask, because you mentioned that it can't be because he's seeking justice.
Parliament, it gives you a loan that you should buy
the
vehicle. And then you choose that I'm buying 3 vehicles, I'm adding money to buy 3 vehicles. It's a loan, for God's sake. And I know on authority, and I believe this will be proven in court, that he wrote to the bank that gave us the loan, asking whether somebody who they extend a loan to can buy more than 1 vehicle.
What the bank said?
The bank said, well, it's a loan we've given to the person. We are more interested
in repaying,
in the security. And the person has used his salary and his ex gratia as collateral. So whether he buys 10 vehicles or buys 2 vehicles, that's a matter
So
for
he
him.
has this evidence?
He has the communication from the bank. He has the communication from the bank.
So it begs...
So, I mean, I have just decided to keep quiet all this while because really, well, you sent me to court, let's go to court.
It begs the question, why would a father do that to a son?
And that is a question you should ask him. Go and ask him, why would you do that to somebody you describe as your son?
Yeah, he did. In fact, he was the first to say.
He was the first to describe me as a son. So ask him, why would you do that to somebody you describe as your son? What is the basis?
You said in this interview that it can't possibly be because he's seeking justice. If that's not what it is, what it is? What is it?
Because knowing the lawyer that he is, okay, I assume that he also appreciates the fact that to proceed to, let's say, prosecute me on a charge of abuse of office for personal gain for branding a vehicle, knowing the lawyer that he is, I assume that he has to prove that I branded the vehicle or that the vehicle was branded on my instruction. Okay, but in a clear situation where I actually didn't brand it, I know who branded it, and I told her it was Mr. A who branded it. And you don't even make the effort to find out from Mr. A whether he branded it and why he branded it. Clearly, to me, you're not seeking justice. You're not seeking to do justice.
What is it? What would you call this then?
Well, maybe a father finding a way to teach his son how to live and the lessons of life. I don't know, but I don't believe that that's justice.
Is it a witch hunt?
I feel hunted. There's no doubt about that. Whether he's a witch is another matter. but I feel hunted.
There's a close line. If it's not prosecution, it's persecution. Is it persecution?
I have no doubt that this is persecution.